Hey guys, Dylan here, and and for this video I decided to do a top 5 manga because I did a top 10 anime and I can't think of 10 manga to put in a order, but 5 I can probably 5 is a little bit better. I can do 5 more than 10, or easier I should say. So let's get started. Number 5, Attack on Titan. Now this one I did not read the manga before the anime. I watched the anime before the manga. The only reason, well, I kept seeing a bunch of stuff about it before, so I ended up before I watched the anime. There's a bunch of stuff that I kept seeing all over about it, mainly of like the colossal titan and all that. So I decided to give it a shot, and I ended up liking it. So, and then what drove me to read the manga was like, mainly because of the freaking hiatus. Also because I just wanted to read it. I think my library was getting the manga volumes for it, so I decided, oh, just start reading some of those. And then I just kind of skipped ahead to where the first season of the anime ended, so just find out what happened after because I wanted to find out. At that point, they did not reach the basement. Season 3, they might reach it. Season 3, Season 4, there is a good chance they might reach the basement. I don't know. But, but, but I really was enjoying the manga, and I'm up to date with it now, so I know everything that's going to happen in Season 3 and Season 4 and so on until it's all caught up. Actually, I think there was a new chapter that was released not too long ago that I saw to read. Okay, I'm not up to date yet. I will be after I'm done recording this. I will be up to date. Anyway, number 4. That is, and this is. I decided to put these two manga together because technically they're supposed to be together. That's Tokyo Ghoul and Tokyo Ghoul Ray. Since Tokyo Ghoul Ray is technically a sequel to Tokyo Ghoul, I decided to put them together. But if I had to pick one to be there, I'd probably pick Tokyo Ghoul Ray, even though I haven't completely read all of it. I haven't even read up to where the first season of Tokyo Ghoul Ray finished yet. So, but I still was enjoying Tokyo Ghoul Ray. So, because there's the reason I kind of picked Tokyo Ghoul Ray over Tokyo Ghoul, if I did separate them, was because there's more psychological elements, a bit more psychological elements with Kaneki or Sasaki or however he wants to be called now, because 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 he's not himself anymore, and he's fighting that past self, trying to keeping those memories down and focusing on who he is at that moment. While those said memories are trying to creep back up, trying to get him back to be Kaneki. And I just find that really, really fascinating. Okay, number 3, Seraph of the End. Now this, when I started reading Seraph of the End was because actually I won an anime/manga giveaway that included the first volume of Seraph of the End. After I read the first volume, I just decided to keep reading it. And this giveaway happened before the anime actually showed, so this was technically the first manga I read before the anime actually ever started, which is actually really good for me. Another one I think was Noragami, but that would be probably like a little bit lower than 5. No, it's not on the list. It's a little bit lower than 5, I think. Yeah. And I've been enjoying Seraph of the End because it's such a different take on vampires and this different world that's not a different world. It's still Earth, but it's like apocalyptic. And by apocalyptic, I mean there's like literally four horsemen of whatever, I forgot. But it has to, there's like a Bible reference there, and there's vampires and all that. It's crazy, and it's still going, and this one I'm also up to date with, and I just really enjoy this more than some of these others, and I'm just waiting for another anime season. But they kind of ended the first anime season literally where the manga was at that moment. I was surprised they were able to get that far. So there's going to be a long while before there's another anime season of this, because they got to wait for quite a while until there's more material. At least I hope they wait so there will be more material to do, and not do like the first, like the Full Metal Alchemist 2003. They don't do something like that. Number 2, which might surprise people, that's not number 1, is Fairy Tail. It will be number 1, but number 1 is going to be for a different reason. Fairy Tail was, there's not much I can say. It's been always a part of my top favorites of manga and anime for as long as I can remember. But then I was starting to read other stuff and watch more stuff. Like you see in the top 10 anime of my number 1 is not Fairy Tail, because there was other anime I watched that got above that. Though that might change after a while, I don't know. Same thing with this. I was reading Fairy Tail at the time, but then I was starting to read another one. I was buying volumes for this other series, and then kind of got up there. But I still hold Fairy Tail near and dear to my heart, because it's like the second long-lasting anime that I have stuck with for all the way through. First one being Inuyasha. Yeah, this one being the second one. I never finished like Bleach or Naruto because those are too goddamn long. Anyway, my number 1 spot for this is Dead Man Wonderland. The reason for this, because this is the first manga that I have completely finished. Because I have the anime right down here. I'm looking at it right now. And I have all the volumes of the manga because I wanted to finish this one, because the anime never technically finished the whole story of this series. So I wanted to finish it myself, so I decided to buy the volumes. And this is the first, not just first one that I've finished, first manga that I finished, but the first manga, the complete collection that I have. I just really loved the story of Demo. It was such an interesting story, and there was plenty of twists after the anime ended. But I don't know why they couldn't. The real reason they couldn't continue it. People say it was because that it didn't do well in Japan, and that's why they didn't do a second season of it, but it did so well in the West. So I don't know. Well, that's all I have for now. Well, yeah, that's all I have for the top 5 manga. If you want to share your top 5, leave them in the comments. And if you want to watch more otaku content, why not consider subscribing for more? Hit that bell to be notified of new videos, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.